Have you ever been super excited about starting something new, only to get bored with it like 2 weeks later? That's basically my life story. I moved many countries, I lived in many different places, I've tried many hobbies from pottery to learning new languages, and I worked in many jobs, all because I'm always searching for something new. Today, I would like to be talking about how novelty seeking personality has been shaping my life, both in very amazing and also very challenging ways. Novelty seeking is basically a personality trait when your brain craves new experiences all the time, and it's linked to higher dopamine sensitivity. So every time when I go to new place, try new product or experience something new, I feel very rewarded. The upside is that my life seems like a big adventure, but the downside is that sometimes I just cannot sit still. Looking back at my life, I grew up in the village with population of like 200 people in the Czech Republic. That kind of place where everybody knows everybody and everybody knows everything about you, and nothing changes there like year after year. So it was very safe, very predictable, very quiet, and also very boring environment. But while I grew up in such a familiar environment, I always had this feeling that there just must be something more to life, something much more than what I could see from my bedroom window. When I turned 21, I still studied university, but I decided to do something with that curiosity I always had. And I went on my very first adventure to the UK, where I worked as an au pair. And it was my first time being away from home for longer periods of time. Also, first time when I worked in different environment and different culture. And also, very first time when I realized how big and exciting the world could truly be. That first decision to step out of my tiny village and go and explore the world shaped the rest of my life. It taught me that exploring something unknown and unfamiliar is not something to be afraid of, but something to chase. And once I had a taste of it, I just couldn't stop. Next thing I did was a study program in Lithuania, where I met many students from different European countries. And then I decided to spend another summer working in London. After that, I started being very curious about the world beyond just Europe. So I applied for my first summer job in the United States, first summer working in the water park on Long Island, and then I got a job in Yellowstone National Park the year after that. That curiosity led me to more travels, more jobs in different places, and also more risk taken. And each one was pulling me farther and farther away from the life I had always known back home in my tiny village in the Czech Republic. After I finished my master degree, I tried to go the usual path. So I got my first office job, and I guess the last one, in Prague. And it was also first time when I could experience what having a routine felt like, and I could see what would be like to go to the same place every day, doing the same task every day. And it just wasn't for me at all. And I started to feel very bored and stagnant only after a few weeks. Back then, I thought that there was something wrong with me because all what I could see around me were people having the same job and going to work to the same place, doing the same thing every day, and they just didn't need anything more to feel happy and fulfilled. I then tried to convince myself that there must be something more what could fit my back then really enormous need for discovery. So I applied for a job as a cabin crew in Emirates airline, and I ended up working there for 4 years. Working for a major airline in Middle East, flying all over the world to different destinations all the time, working with different crew from all over the world, sleeping in different hotels and exploring new places kept me satiated for 4 years. But after that, I felt like that I squeezed out everything what I could have possibly squeezed out of that opportunity. And I started to have again this familiar feeling that I needed change and I wanted to experience something new. So I applied for working holiday visa in New Zealand. And once I got it, I started to feel very excited to embark on some new adventure. I moved to New Zealand at the beginning of 2020 and I worked many different jobs there, from farming to healthcare. I also experienced what it was like to live in a campervan for about 2 years, and also what it was like to live in a fancy neighborhood in a big city in Auckland, and also what it was like to live in a tiny house in small remote community. After 4 years of exploring that amazing country, I felt like that New Zealand was becoming way too small for me. So I moved with my now husband to the United States, and I've been here for 1 year so far. We've been living in the same place, so it's been kind of challenging for me, as you can imagine. But I've been again thinking about moving somewhere else in the future. So, on one hand, the novelty seeking personality has been driving my life on very exciting adventure. I feel like I have experienced so much, like maybe more than what some people experience in their lifetimes. But at the same time, there are many challenges to being a novelty seeker. So, on one hand, the novelty seeking personality has been driving my life on very exciting adventure. And I feel like I have experienced so much, like maybe more than what some people experience in their lifetimes. I'm also very easily adaptable. I learn really fast, and my mind is always open. But at the same time, there are many challenges to this. While others invested their 20s and their 30s into buying a house, creating their own family, or building their career, I was only focused on travels and chasing new adventures. I am 35 at the moment, and I've been thinking about my future a bit more recently. So, since I've been trying different jobs, I have not been able to build a career properly. I have many gaps in my CV. I am still not sure where I would like to settle down one day. And I've been feeling that maybe I have missed out on the rewards of sticking with something long term. I have been also kind of always jealous of people like my brother because he grew up in the same village like me, but he settled down there. He built his family there. He goes to the same job in my village and he has been working there for a long time. And also, he always goes to the same destination for his holiday. So he doesn't really need to be exploring something new all the time to feel happy and fulfilled. So I found out that people have different priorities and different needs. So some people they have the need for stability and safety on the top of their list and they are happy and content with what there is. But others like me, they are on constant lookout for something new. So you might be asking how I move forward knowing all the ups and downs of novelty seeking while being married now and having a partner who cannot just transfer his business to a new location yet. So I came to a conclusion that it's not really about trying to change myself and trying to fit myself into a box I do not really belong to, but it's about channeling it better. I feel like the best solution for me would be to have online work, like some fully remote job. But since I don't have that opportunity yet and I'm not digital nomad yet, then I need to work with what I have available at the moment. So I decided to start incorporating some small changes and like small experiences into my daily life. So I've been trying to go to a new coffee shop all the time, visit new restaurant all the time, or visit new places all the time, buy a product I haven't tried yet, or start planning some new exciting vacation to the destination I haven't been yet. So basically making small changes and more frequently without blowing up my whole life and wanting to move to another place every time I get bored. And maybe, just maybe, learning to appreciate the old as much as the new could be my biggest adventure yet. So if you are like me and you resonated with this video, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and maybe I will see you next time.